The man was a two-time All-American, multi-time national champion, Big 8 player of the year, Playboy magazine and Football News preseason All-America squads as well. And the second all-time leading tackler in Nebraska football history, Mr. Jerry Murtaugh. How you doing, my friend?
Hello.
How you doing, Jerry?
Hey, I'm standing here on the third hole, smoking a cigar, and I'll have a nice Glenlivet Scotch in about an hour.
That's the Jerry I know. Hey, man, so you used to have a radio show. Remind me, what station was that on?
What was it?
Well, I don't know. I asked you.
590.
Okay.
AM 590.
I couldn't.
Yep.
How long did you have that
Yep.
show?
Oh, 10, 12 years.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you up
Way
to nowadays?
too long.
What are you up to nowadays?
Still, I started a foundation called the Nebraska Greats Foundation. What we do is help former collegiate athletes in the state of Nebraska. If they have medical or emergency needs, you come to us. There's 16 four-year colleges in the state. Has to be a four-year school, and you have to have lettered in a sport, man or woman. You don't have to have your degree, but lettered in a sport, medical or emergency needs. That's what I do.
You are heavily involved in that. That is true. And you've helped a
Yep.
lot of athletes, a lot of people with medical needs and financial
Yep.
hardships over the years. If people want to, real quick, if people want to help out or learn more, how do they do that? Where do they do that at?
You just go to nebraskagreats.org. That's it. Simple. We need all the help we can get, but I need recipients. Anybody out there know of a former athlete that is in need, they have to get a hold of us. Because I beat the bushes looking for former athletes that need help.
Just making it aware. The people are aware of this as an option, because I know there's people out there who definitely need the help, could use the help. So just making them aware that it's a possibility is a big thing. Hey, man, I've always said this. You have a great voice and face for radio. The fact is, you should still be on radio somewhere.
I like the face.
Oh,
That's
you like
why
that? You got that? Okay.
Yeah. I've never been on TV. I wonder why.
You know what that's
Yeah.
for? You probably don't even remember this. At a tailgate about 5 years ago, my dad really wanted to meet you, and you were at the tailgate, so I brought my parents over. And then I asked you something about coming on one of my shows. You looked at me and you said, maybe, but I only come on shows that people listen to. And so that's a receipt from 5 years ago. You making a jab at me in front of my parents, man. I owed you that one.
Well, you punk kids, we can make fun of you. That's our job.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Pick on the youth.
I like it.
There you go.
So 10 black shirts were handed out. Hey, you're not allowed to laugh at that, Jake. All right. 10 black shirts were handed out yesterday. What are you kind of looking forward to seeing from the defense? What do you hope to see from John Butler's defense this year?
Aggressiveness, get to the ball. I mean, defense, it's pretty simple for the defensive line and linebackers. My former coach, Milton, we go into meetings. This is the gospel truth. Once in a while, he'll say, Murtaugh, read this in front of the group. And I go, what? So I go up, I'm reading this. All it said was, get to the damn ball. Meeting's over.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, very simple on defense. I know you have schemes and all that, but you got to get to the ball.
What allowed you guys, because again, you were part of two different national championship teams. And man, that 70 defense was good. That 71 defense was stifling. If you go back and you look and you compare stats, Statistically speaking, just pure stats. Obviously, there are other great defenses over the years. No disrespect to any other defense. Statistically speaking, the two best statistical defenses in Nebraska football history are 71 and 09. What made you guys such a good defense?
Well, I left the first national championship, and there were only, let's see, on defense, 1, 2, 3 of us that were seniors. 3. And those young kids that played, I mean, studs, every darn one of them. And same way on offense. We were young, but they were nasty. And then the 71 team, of course, they had everything. The coach Devaney built it up, and they were great. Yep.
Talk to me about what it was like to play for a guy like Bob Devaney.
I wish you hadn't answered that or asked that question.
I know you guys had a fun relationship, so I asked that for a reason.
Oh, boy. The only time we had conversations was in his office, and he's yelling at me, and I'm yelling at him for 4 straight years. And we didn't have a relationship. And the only reason he kept me, because I could get to the ball. Voila. So that's all I can say about Coach. He was a great coach. He just couldn't coach me because I wouldn't listen. So that's the problem. Yeah.
So what enabled him? Because Matt Rule's trying to build Nebraska football back up. And I'm not saying he's got to do it or not do what Bob Devaney did. He's going to do his thing his own way. But what enabled Devaney to build Nebraska the way he did when he was the head coach here?
The one time he talked to me at his retirement party, I didn't go. Mrs. Devaney called me and said, if you don't go, I'm driving down to Omaha to get you. So I went. And I go in this place, there's 1,000 people. I'm at one end, Devaney was at the other. Mrs. Devaney comes over, grabs me by the neck, says, come on. I go over there, he's by himself. I sit there, he sits there, we look straight ahead. We don't say a word. About 4 minutes, he goes, Murtaugh, you want a beer? I go, yeah. That was it. The beer comes. Then, before he left, we hadn't said a word. He looked at me first time and says, everybody thinks I'm a great coach, but I'll tell you what, I wasn't a great coach, but I hired the 8 greatest assistants in the country. And I always remembered that. Great assistants. Of course, recruiting, they were winning. So recruiting was a lot easier. You got to get football players that want to win, that go to a school that's a winner. That was Nebraska. So he did a great job.
So speaking of hiring great assistant coaches, I'm so excited about our coordinators this year. I'm very curious to see how John Butler operates the defense with all the personnel packages he's going to have. Dana, I genuinely consider him to be one of the top 3 best coordinators in the country. And then you got Mike Eckler, whose special teams are just top 25 this, top 25 that, top 25 everything at Tennessee, and number 1 in a lot of categories. What kind of an impact can those 3 coordinators help make, first-year coordinators, help make this year when it comes to Nebraska football winning more games?
Well, they've proven themselves, but I don't care how good you are as a coach. If you don't have the players, it doesn't mean anything. So I'm looking at it as, let's wait and see. Does he have the players to win? That to me is very simple. Get the players, recruiting, you do all this stuff. They're probably great recruiters. It'll take them a year or two, and let's see what we got.
All right, Jerry, last question for you. Well, it's a two-parter. So last question, two parts, part one. What would you consider a successful season for Nebraska this year? And part two, what do you think their final record will be?
I've looked at their schedule. I think they have a very, very favorable schedule. If they don't win minimum of 9 games, or it could be 11, I'm not happy.
All right.
Yep.
So they're in the college football playoff conversation in your eyes. They're going to be in that conversation at the end of the year.
I said I'm hoping.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say they're going to.
Well, what's your prediction then? Official prediction.
The problem is I don't know how these young kids are going to play. There's so many new ones on defense and offense. So I'm hoping 9.
All right. I predicted 9-3. I predicted 9-3.
Yep.
I can live with that.
Sounds good to me. I can live with that and build on it. Yep.
Hey, Jerry, I really appreciate your time. You got any tailgates for any of the games this year? Let me know. I'd love to meet up with you again.
Well, I will, but you bring the scotch.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, young man.
All right. Thank you.